the letter E, and we're going to practice our writing first over here. So I start at the dot, lift off top and scoop out the egg. Let's do it once more. Start at your dot, lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Once more. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Let's do it once more. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. And we do this here. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Here I have clay, children, and I'm going to roll it out into a long strip. Here is my long strip that's absolutely straight and nice. Now I need to turn this into my letter E. So I turn it first just like the letter K and twist this a little bit, and we can say our riddle as we form it. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Let's have a look at our assignment for today and practice of writing the letter E. Let's practice writing the letter E. Start at the dot. So here I start at my dot, lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Start at the dot and remember the riddle. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg, and we have our letter E. Let's start at the dot, lift off the top and scoop out the egg. And the last one, lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Now once you have finished with this, children, you move on to the letter E that's printed between your red and the blue lines. Now, the letter E is a grass letter because it doesn't start from the sky and neither does it go into the ground. It only is in the grass. Again, we need to remember, I start at the dot over here. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Lift off the top and scoop off the egg. Then I start at my dot, lift off the top and scoop out the egg. And I'll do another one for you. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. The rest of them I want you to complete. What's this, children?
An elk.
It's an elk. Does it have the eh sound in it?
Yes.
Now, the elk is found in very cold places. It is also called a reindeer. But since this is a picture of an elk, we will color it. What's the next picture, children?
A car.
It's a car. Does the word car have eh in it?
No.
No, so you won't color this. And the next picture is an
anchor.
An anchor. Back again. Can you hear the eh sound in it?
No.
No. What's this? This is a part of your body, and can you see the arrow pointing out to it?
Yes, that's an elbow.
It's an elbow. So elbow, does it begin with the eh sound in it?
Yes.
Does it begin can you hear the eh sound in the beginning or at the end?
Beginning.
At the beginning. So you will color this. The next picture is of a
bat.
Bat. Can you hear the ah sound?
No.
No, so we skip that. And the last one is called
an envelope.
An envelope. Envelope. Can you hear the ah sound?
Yes.
Yes, so you're going to color that. Generally envelopes are white in color, but you do get colored ones too. So that completes the homework for the letter H. We have the letter H, children, and now we are going to learn how to write it. So first you just have to watch, because once I click this dot out here, once more, Okay. What picture is this, children?
A horse.
It's a horse. Now, here's the horse. Is the horse seated or is he standing?
Standing.
He's standing. So look at the horse. He's nice and tall. And how do we write the letter H? Down the head. So I come down the head to the hooves. The hooves are part of the lowest part of the horse's legs. To the hooves and over his back. That's how we write our letter H. Now you can just put your hand up in the air with your finger out and do it in the air while I do it on this flashcard. So, down the head to the hooves and over his back. That's exactly how the letter H is written. Here, down the head to the hooves and over his back. We have the letter H. Practice writing the letter H over here. I start at the dot, down the hooves and over his back. I think of that horse. So I start right from the top of my dot, down to the hooves and over his back. Down to the hooves, come up and over his back. Down to the hooves, come up and over his back. We write the letter H. Down to the hooves, over his back, and the letter H. Now let's have a look at our homework sheet. I have this clay with me. It's a nice round ball. And what I want you to do is I want you to knead it between your fingers like this. Go at least 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now once I've done that, it tends to exercise your fingers. Let's do one more exercise, and that's rolling it into a nice cylindrical shape. So here I go. Here is what I've got, a nice long cylindrical shape. Now I need to write my letter H. For this I need another bit, isn't it? Because this, if I start over here, is down the horse to the hooves. And what about over his back? So I pinch off one side and I have another piece. So I start over here, down the horses to the horse's hooves, over his back, and give it a little flick. This is your letter H. Now you can take your finger, start right at the top, go down the horse's body to his hooves, come up again and over his back, and you have your letter H. This is our homework for the day. And remember, you need to have your pencil and your eraser. Let's practice writing the letter H. So, imagine the horse, and you start right from up here, go down the horse to his hooves, come up a little bit and over his back. That's how you write the letter H. Let's do it again. Down the head to the horse's hooves, over his back, and we have the letter H. Once more. Down the head to the hooves, over his back, and the letter H. I'll do it once again. Down the head to the horse's hooves, over his back, the little flip, and we have our letter H that makes the sound. Again, down his head to the hooves, over his back, and the letter H. Now, remember your red and blue lines, children? I want you, when we are writing letter H, we need to remember that it starts just a little under the sky and goes down to the ground. So it's a sky and grass letter. So I start at the dot, go down the head to the horse's hooves, over his back, and I have my letter H. I'm going to do it again. Down the head to the hooves and over his back. Again once more. Down the head to the hooves, over his back, and my letter H. Start at the dot, go right down to the horse's hooves, over his back, and we have the letter H. And I'll do it once more. Down the head to the hooves, over his back, and we have the letter H. Now the remainder, you are going to finish this. Let's have a look at the next part of what this page says. Write the letter H under the picture. Now you need to look at these pictures, children. What is this?
A hand.
It's a hand. And does the word hand begin with the letter H?
Yes.
Because you can hear the sound. So there's a little arrow that's pointing, and you need to start at this arrow, over the head, down to the hooves, over his back, and we have the letter H. Now in these blank circles, you have to write the letter H on your own. What picture is this, children?
A hat.
A hat. Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Is it at the beginning or at the end?
Beginning.
At the beginning. So how am I going to write? I need to remember my horse. And over his head, down to his hooves, over his back, and I write my letter H. What's this next picture, children?
A house.
It's a house. Can you hear sound?
Yes.
Yes. So let's write. Start up here, go down the horse's head, right up to his hooves, come up then over his back, and we have the letter H. What's the next picture, children?
A hen.
It's a hen. Can you hear the sound in it?
Yes.
Is it at the beginning or at the end?
Beginning.
It's at the beginning. So I start out here, go over the horse's head, down to his hooves, come up a little back and over his back, and I have my letter H. The last picture is of a
Hedgehog.
It's a hedgehog. So let's write this. You start up here, go over the horse's head, right down to his hooves, come up a little back and over his back, and we have the letter H. Now, this is the last part. Find the letter H and trace over them carefully. So wherever you can see the letter H, children, you need to trace over it. Is this the letter H?
Yes.
Where else is the letter H? Is this an H?
Yes.
What about this?
No.
Oh, good. What about this?
Yes.
What about this?
No.
What about this?
Yes.
What about this?
No.
What about this?
Yes.
Good. Very smart, children. What about this?
Yes.
So we have quite a few H's that we've spotted, and let's trace them. So over the horse's head, down to the hooves, come up a little bit over his back, and I have the letter H. And I'll trace one more for you. So remember your horse, over his head, down to his hooves, come up a little bit, go over his back, and there we have the letter H. So this is your homework, children, with the letter H. That completes our session for today, and I shall see you again. Have a nice day, my dear little children. Bye-bye.